It is the Flow Friday Night Sports Show, and Mallee Netball is back this weekend. Well, most of it anyway, as far as we know. It's a lot of work still to be done, and these matches are going to be played tomorrow. But look, we've got a bit to get through with Nicole, who joins us on the line. Nicole McMahon, how are you?
All right, thanks, Jason. How are you?
Oh, my head's spinning. I don't know about yours. It's tough. First of all, for Murrayville, for people in your competition there, Mallee Netball, gee whiz, how unlucky are these guys?
Oh, that's exactly right. It's unlucky, and it's probably unfair to a certain extent as well. I know they'd certainly argue it's very unfair what they're going through. What do we do, Jason? It is what it is, and it's just totally out of our control.
Yeah, it sucks. And my thoughts are with those folk at Murrayville with their footy and their netball. They love it. They live for it. And it's just not fair what's happening to them at the moment. But what has been decided anyway? Let's go back a step. So this was due to be, and still is, the final minor round of matches for the minor round season. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct. So we were having our minor round, and then what had been decided is we usually have a 4-week finals program. We play first semi, which is third versus fourth, and the following weekend is the second semi, which is first versus second. Then following weekend is prelim, and then you have the grand final. So what our league decided was to bring it all forward a week, just to basically get, hoping to get through it quicker rather than later, just giving the circumstances. So the semi-finals were going to be played on the one weekend. We're going to have a Saturday. We're going to have a second semi.
Yep. And
then the Sunday was going to be the first semi. And then you have the prelims the next weekend and the grand final. So that was meaning 28th of August, I think, is the Saturday of the Mallee Football and Netball League grand final, which is in August. Crazy. We might even get some rain for our grand final, which would be a nice change to the usual hot and windy weather we get. So that had been decided, probably looking at having the finals at Lamoureux or Pinaroo, given there was a border bubble. But that's all kind of come unravelled in the last 24 hours, of course, with the lockdown announcement. I believe what the league has decided is to meet again on Sunday, see what the situation is and just how we can proceed with finals.
Unbelievable situation, this one at the moment. Good luck coming to terms with what you need to deal with there. And gee whiz, my thoughts go to all the administrators at the moment who are sitting back just up till 3 a.m. every night trying to work this stuff out, because that's the reality. That's what's happening.
Oh, it is. And, everyone's got thoughts and opinions. And I think in the end, not everyone's going to be happy with what happens. Like it almost feels like there's no winners. But I think, I do have faith we will find our way through. We are a fantastic league. I really hope we'll be able to find our way through and you won't be able to do something that's even for everyone, but hopefully we can find something that's fair.
Yeah. All right. So let's have a look at this round of matches that was penciled in. So Murrayville were due to host Pinaroo. That won't be happening. So not ideal preparation for either of those two clubs. In particular, Pinaroo have got a final series ahead of them, but I guess they split the points. Is that the plan there?
Yeah, that will be called a draw. So Murrayville have only been able to play one game of this third round a few weeks ago now. And Pinaroo, of course, have had the last 2 weeks off. So not ideal for them. I don't think it changes the ladder too much for Pinaroo, netball-wise. It actually probably does secure A-grade second spot.
Yep.
If they were to lose to Murrayville, there was a chance they could have slipped down, but probably unlikely anyway. It'll be called a draw, the show will hopefully go on into finals next week.
I reckon Murrayville's A-grade netball side will set 2 records this year that will never be broken. First of all, the most premiership points for a winless team and the highest percentage for a winless team.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. It was a bit of a joke when they had the first draw called because of a shutdown, and they said, beauty, we've got our first points. But I think that joke has kind of run its race now, and then rather just play and probably even just get beaten.
It's amazing that they're going to finish 1 premiership point behind Peak and Districts. Assuming Peak don't win this week, we'll get to that. They almost got off the bottom of the ladder without a win.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? But, they were having a hard time with, people in and out. But I did believe they had a good team, and I think they would have seen a win by the end of the year.
Definitely.
But, unfortunately, they won't get the chance to test that theory out.
Definitely agree with that. Well, your crew, Lameroo, you're heading to Peak to take on Peak and Districts. That game is going ahead. And you'll start favourites and probably should limber up for finals with a good win.
Oh, that sounds good to me, Jason. But we'll see. Peak, they've had quite a few games out, as we all have. They, of course, missed the game against Marvel, so they've had an extra one out. They've had a few players out, including Bianca Cull, who I think might be making a comeback. So Lameroo could very well get a run for our money, which I think would be great for us coming into finals. We had a not very impressive a game against Corinda in our last match, so we are really keen to get out there. So I will, as always, back Lameroo, but I think it will be a really good hit out from both sides and be within 5 or 10 goals.
Speaking of Corinda, that's the other match. What about this one? Corinda Districts and BDT at home. Corinda. Now they've probably been the formed side of the competition in the matches that have been played over the last 4 rounds over about 2 months, but they've been going quite well.
They have. I think they've been just carving it up while other teams have kind of lost their way. Like I know Lameroo the last few weeks has been out a few players with injuries and so forth, and Borders were the same, and Corinda just kind of kept playing consistent netball and happily took those wins off our hands. So I've got a feeling, though, the tables are going to turn this week. Borders had a really good match against Pinaroo. I think they've found some good form. So I think Borders will clean up coming into the finals with a good win. I'll pick Borders by about 10 goals.
Okay. Well, should be an interesting round 15 in Mallee Netball, and hopefully this time next week we'll have a bit clearer picture on what's going on for finals for the crew at Murrayville. Just wishing them all the best. Anything else before we wrap up, Nicole?
Thinking of our mates in Murrayville, absolutely. And what will be the way forward, I have no idea, and it's just going to, I think, consistently change. But as I said, hopefully we can find something that's fair for all. It won't be even, but let's just try to get through this together.
Yeah, good call. All right, mate, all the best for the weekend, and we'll catch up next week.
Thanks, Jason. Cheers.